Well, good morning and welcome to Corona Fits here in Blackstone, Virginia, the center of the world. But then you too are at the center of the world. The title of this talk is No Option Corona. No Option Corona. And I was just listening to some nurses on this morning talking about their state and how they basically, through all of the suffering and all of the exhaustion and all of the fear and all of the lack of supplies and all of that, they said, this is what we do. And I thought, well, there's no option there. This is what we do. There's no option. I mean, they can't go home because they're nurses. This is their duty. This is what we do. They can't wish it away. They can't say, oh, this shouldn't be. This is what we do. And I was thinking about that, you know, in meditation, in my meditation in the morning. I meditate every morning. I've been meditating every morning, no matter where I am, what I do, since 2005, when I really, meditation came and got me and said, this is what you do. This is what I do. So when I meditate, it's just what I do. There's no option. There is no, oh, I shouldn't be doing, what's the use of this, or this is stupid, or I don't have to do this, or I don't have, you know, I could be doing something, I could be sleeping, or, you know, whatever, you know what the mind does. No, there's no option. This is what I do. This is what I do. The mother, when the baby's crying, she has no option. She can't leave the baby. She can't give it back. This is what I do. This is what I do. No option. So this no option is a very interesting thing. Even the Holocaust. So I'm kind of like a Nazi addicted. I'm addicted to watching Nazi documentaries. I want to learn something from it. But anyway, like with the Holocaust, with the, in other words, when there's no option, if everyone's dying, this is what you do. In the South, in the old South, with segregation, this is what you do. Of course, there was an option looking from the outside, but from the inside, there was no option. So I think that's the point here. From the outside, you say, well, there is an option. You didn't have to do that. You had a choice. The Nazis on trial, looking outside, judging them, well, you had a choice. You didn't have to do that. But from the inside, there seemed to be no option. This is what you do. Everybody's doing it. There's no option. It's like a fish in the bowl. There's no option to be out of the bowl unless you are outside of that bowl and you say, well, you could jump out. Here, there's another bowl. You could have jumped in that. But inside the bowl, there doesn't seem to be any option. So this is a very interesting thing. So Corona is kind of like no option. In other words, you can't wish it away. You can't wish it didn't happen. Blaming somebody doesn't make it go away. You know, this is no option. We have to work with what's given. There's no option. And so I think what I'm pointing at here is when there is no option, you're okay with it. In the sense that if there's an option in your mind, you want to be in that option. You don't want to be here. I shouldn't have to do this. I've got an option. I don't have to do this. I've got an option. I could go there. I could do this. I could be that. I could choose this. I got an option. We like that. American freedom is based on options. Well, you don't have to buy that. You got an option. You could go buy that. You don't have to go there. You can go there. You got options. That's the American way. You got options. You got choices. But Corona comes and there's no choice but Corona. You can't choose not Corona. Where can you go that Corona is not, you see? So this whole idea, this no option thing is very Zen in the sense that it's just this. There's no option but just this. There's no option but this moment, you see. This life, this moment, this karma, this history, this now. There's no option. This is it. You can't wish it away. You can't escape it. You can't go somewhere else. You can't get off of this planet. This earth, this is it. There is no other earth. There is no place to go but here, but now. There's no option, you see. So this is a very deep idea, I think. I mean, very, a meditation. It's a Zen cone in the sense that, is my suffering because I think there's an option? Is my dis-ease because I think there's an option and I'm not taking it, or I should take it, or I want to take it, or I should have taken it, you see? But when there's no option, there's no suffering. There's no division. This is it. Then you're whole. You're complete. This is it. You do what you have to do. You do what you do. There's no option. So it may be tiresome, worry, dangerous, threatening, and all of that, but there's no option. Warriors know this. When you get into the battle, there's no option but the battle. So you are able to do the battle without fear, without, oh, I don't need to, I'm afraid, I don't want to do it, I don't want to go. There's no option. It's a very liberating thing. No option. Because there's no option but to live. Or I could shoot yourself, but is that an option? Anyway, I'm meditating on no option in Corona as a not only a change in our economy and in our daily behaviors, but it's awakening something in us that we don't normally experience because we always have options. We always have choices, you see. And whatever we're doing, we think we should be doing something else, or wish we'd done something else, or want to do something else. I can't wait till I get there. I wish I'd done that. I can't wait to be home. I can't wait to be at work. I can't wait. I got options. So I'll just endure. This moment will pass because I've got options. This moment will pass because I've got other moments. I've got options, but there is no other moment. There's no option but this moment, you see. That's the great liberation. There's no option but now. And when there's no option, you're not divided. The mind's not divided between I'm here and I wish I was there, or I should have done that, or I'm going to do that, or maybe somebody will help me do that, or I can do better. You see, all of these options divide our moment and create suffering. Because you are the moment, but when you think you shouldn't be this moment, you're two. I'm here, but I wish I was there. That's two me's. And that is what the Buddha describes as suffering. The apple is whole. I'm here. The moment is whole. I divide it into two moments. I'm here, but I wish I was there. I should have a choice to be there, or back there, or in the future. Up there, down there, is divided against and in conflict with this moment. There's two me's now. One wishing is not here, and one who must be here. But when there's no option, bam, you must be here. There's no suffering. Amazing. There's still trial and tribulation and all that, but it's not suffering. That's the point. You're not resisting and fighting the moment. You embrace it. You accept it. And that's the message. Now I'm going to make a leap here. That's the message of the cross for me. Christ Jesus goes joyously to the cross, to the moment. Dramatically in the story, the cross was his moment, but he goes to it. He accepts it. He chooses it. He embraces the moment. So when there's no option, you see, so in that drama of the cross in the story, he had no option but the cross. We have no option but Corona. We have no option but to be here. And that is the resurrection. The death is when I fight the moment. The death is when I fight the cross. I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be hanging on the cross. Who put me here? Who did it? I'm innocent. I shouldn't be hanging here. I'm innocent, you see. But when you accept the cross, the moment, the Corona, that's the resurrection. Meditate on that. Thanks for dropping in.